हाय, मेरा नाम है अदिति। आप सुन रहे हो काइपन अदिति। दिस इज़ लाइफ इन बिटवीन, जहाँ पे मैं बात करूँगी about everything personal, what's happening in my personal life, and then also what is happening in the pop culture space this month, because there was actually a lot going on this month. May is about Met Gala, May is about also Cannes Film Festival and all the controversy around Indian creators again attending the Cannes Film Festival, how that it happened, and yeah, just life as well in between, and what I've been up to basically. Last month मैं ये कर नहीं पाई थी, so I'm gonna try and mix from the last month's data that I have and this month's all the happenings, fresh happenings. Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so the first Monday of every May, for those who don't know, is reserved for the Mets. It's literally called the Met Monday. The Met Gala is one of the biggest fundraising events hosted every year by Anna Wintour, where there is a theme. Celebs do fancy dress competition. Everybody's trying to one up everybody, and they try to raise money for the Costume Institute. So this year the theme was Sleeping Beauty, reawakening fashion. So while people were walking the red carpet and raising money, Condé Nast, on the other hand, Condé Nast owns the magazine Vogue, Glamour, GQ, Teen Vogue, Vanity Fair, etc., etc. So वो लोग ना, they started laying off people from the company left and right, and they were not paying their workers fair wage. So the Condé Nast union happened, of course, and they warned the employer on X कि अगर आप हमारा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, इफ़ यू डोंट मीट अस विद अ फेयर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, हम आपको मिलेंगे द मेट्स पे. एंड दैट वाज स्कैरी, एंड दैट वाज, आई वाज देयर फॉर इट. I was like, I want to see you guys on the carpet, like make this happen. I want to see the Kalesh happen, because I want to support them. The fair wage needs to happen. आई कॉन्ट बिलीव इतना बड़ा कंपनी हो के आप आपके एम्प्लॉयज़ को पैसा नहीं दे रहे हो. बट देन आई थिंक दे डिड कम टू अ कंक्लूजन प्रीटी सून इनफ. दे डिड नॉट वांट देम टू वॉक द मैथ्स, बिकॉज दे वुड हैव, इफ दे वांट दे वुड हैव. सो दे डिड कम to a conclusion, a fair whatever contract. The timing of the event was, I guess, really bad, because they were not culturally sensitive, they were not politically sensitive, they did not understand what was happening. So while the Middle East is struggling for their survival, for their life, for their breath, for the food, a protest was actually happening right outside the Mets, asking ki bhai ceasefire. And then suddenly started feeling like Hunger Games all over again, where District 12 was like raising voice. It was like District 1 versus District 12, ऐसा legit ऐसा feel हो रहा था. And people from District 1, the people who were actually walking and attending the Mets, it felt like they were completely oblivious to the outside world and ho kya raha. It was just culturally, exceptionally, they were not sensitive enough to what was happening around. And funny or not funny, it was the people outside who were protesting, they were pretty much on theme. Ye saal ka theme was coming out from a book actually, which Jack Edwards pretty much explained ki ho kya raha hai. And yeah, you want to check that out. It's basically a story out of like 100 to 100 story का एक book है. उसमें से एक छोटी सी story है, वो story पे based था ये साल का theme. ऐसा कुछ तो भी situation था. या okay, then we also saw the beef that was happening between Kendrick and Drake, like going at each other's throats, which makes no sense. They were like, I'm the best musician, I've got bigger balls, while the biggest ball was actually by Michael Moore. He took the crown and won millions and millions of hearts with his latest track. It's called Hind's Hall. He was legit taking a stand. He knew तवा गरम है, strike now. Everybody's talking, everybody's on social media, everybody has their eyes on social media because of all of this happening. And so he just took a stand. He released a song and asking for basically ceasefire. Like, I love artists when they actually use their voice, when they have a voice and they use their voice. It's not just donating, because donation is such a small part of it all. When you have an actual voice, you have the power to influence. And I've seen so many big name, even though they might have privately supported, but their voice matters at the end of the day. And जैसे दिसता तसं असतं तर दिखाना ज़रूरी है, ये मामले में वोकल होना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, सो दैट पीपल हु डोंट अंडरस्टैंड और पीपल हु आर अ फॉलोअर और अ सपोर्टर ऑफ दिस बिग सेलिब्रिटी, मोस्ट फॉलोड सेलिब्रिटीज़ ऑनलाइन ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, व्हेन दे स्पीक अप, मे बी they might influence tens and thousands of followers to actually go and read the history कि actually हुआ क्या है, right? A lot of us are like कि हमें क्या है, we've got nothing to do with this, it's all politicians fighting against politicians. But then why are the civilians getting hurt at the end of the day? हमारा वॉइस में बहुत पावर है. द मोर यू टॉक द मोर प्रेशर इट पुट्स ऑन द ब्रांड्स. आई थिंक वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट क्या बोलेंगे फायर प्रेशर a brand could face for Starbucks, because Starbucks was supporting one of the country at war, and they were at the wrong, and so people boycotted it. Like, people are so woke, they boycotted it, and they could see it in their financial bottom line कि it was so bad, like they're supporting the wrong side and so bad, and like, but ऐसे कभी सोचना नहीं कि हमें क्या, हमारा कोई वॉइस मैटर नहीं करता है, हमारा तो इतना छोटा वॉइस है. आप बड़े बड़े लोगों को बोलो, पॉलिटिशियंस को बोलो, वो जाने, हमें क्या है इससे. बट कभी नज़र तो मिला के देखो उन बच्चों से, उन औरतों से जो सफ़र कर रहे हैं. अब उनका क्या गलती था, राइट? थोड़ा पॉलिटिकल हो रही हूँ, बट आई थिंक देर इज़ अ टाइम एंड प्लेस, एंड आई थिंक दिस इज़ अ गुड प्लेस टू स्टार्ट. बहुत सारे लोग जो बहुत पावर में हैं, उनके पास शायद एम्पैथी नहीं है, या शायद उनको समझता नहीं है, शायद देखा नहीं है, बट जो ये सब हो रहा है उसमें इनोसेंट लोगों की लाइफ जा रही है. तो अभी somebody needs to take a stand. अगर हम आज उनके लिए स्टैंड नहीं लेंगे तो हमारे लिए कल कौन स्टैंड लेगा? हमारे साथ कुछ हुआ तो हमारे लिए कोई बच्चा ही नहीं होगा स्टैंड लेने के लिए, बेसिकली. या सम डेज आई स्टिल कांट बिलीव कि हम लिजिड दुनिया में रह रहे हैं जहाँ पे कंट्रीज ऐसी है जो वॉर पे जा रही है. लाइक, इट्स वन थिंग टू से इट एंड डिवाइड पीपल, बट देन इट्स ऑल्सो अनदर थिंग टू देन गो टू वॉर. फॉर मी टू हैव वाटर, फूड, शेल्टर, no day goes by without prayers and without gratitude and without saying thank you कि shit यार मेरा प्लेट फुल है. like I am so present and aware कि oh my god इतना भी नहीं मिल रहा है लोगों को, तो आई एम जस्ट ग्रेटफुल कि मुझे जितना मिला है मैं बहुत खुश हूँ उसमें. एंड बहुत दिया है, गॉड ग्रेस बहुत है, and I'm just grateful कि I was born in the country where I am and I'm safe, and that's that, right? You can't just be like, अब और कुछ बोलो ना बोलो, आप सिर्फ you can say कि यार okay, I'm very grateful, I'm very thankful कि मैं यहाँ पे जन्म लिया मैंने, and that's that, right? You could have been born anywhere but you were lucky enough to be born in a pretty safe country. Okay, anyways, let's keep talking the Mets and Condé Nast, right? Okay, so I was interviewed for an internship role at Condé Nast India. She was paying me 3,000 rupees for an entire month ka work. It was an internship. Let's just start with that. It was an internship and she was paying me only 3,000. I asked her, "Kya, if ये money negotiable है क्या?" She said it would not be fair to pay you more than 3,000 because other interns will also object. I say, and when I sat down and I saw her assignment that required me to sit and do it, like it will take me a couple of hours to finish it, I knew this was not worth the time. So I feel so bad for the poor people who work, who rip off interns like this, who work their asses off and still don't get paid. Like, I feel so bad for them. Like, we've reached this stage because we worked very hard to be there, and not get paid is simply insulting. While I've never been a content writer, I applied for a content writing position. I really couldn't argue further कि भाई okay, what is fair and what is not fair. Maybe I don't know how this industry of content writing works, copywriting works. So I simply said no thank you, and I moved to other roles that actually paid me. So I literally wrote to the HR, hey, I'm taking my application back, I'm no longer interested. And that's that. I did not even explain that the pay is so bad. Like, I went and did 2 rounds of interview to really understand what am I diving myself into. And yeah man, it was just not worth it. Like, I सबसे घटिया पेमेंट मिलता है इंटर्न्स को, बट इफ़ यू आर रियली ट्रूली पैशनेट देन श्योर, यू नो. But yeah, this is for rich people job, huh? I'll tell you this. Working at Condé Nast, it's starting to feel like rich people job. But because who's going to survive in 3,000 rupees में कौन survive कर लेता है bro? I don't understand. मेरा first internship जो था ना, वो TikTok वो बाइट डांस के साथ था, and they were paying me 700 rupees per day. I was getting paid on an internship. I was getting paid around 15,000 rupees per month. You can still, मतलब मेरा घर है तो मेरे को गुजारा निकल जाता था मेरा, but 3,000, that is just insulting. For the hard work, for the research that I put into, 3,000 just insulting. Anyways, so a few notable Indian faces were attending the Met Gala this year. It was Alia Bhatt, there was Natasha Poonawalla, there was this Indian businesswoman and philanthropist billionaire Sudha Reddy thi. There was this also Indian fashion entrepreneur, and she was actually styled by La Roche. Zendaya कि खुद का वो उसका स्टाइलिस्ट है La Roche. सो लड़की का नाम था मोना पटेल, एंड एवरीबडी वॉज टॉकिंग अबाउट हर. इट वॉजंट आलिया, इट वॉजंट नताशा, इट वॉज मोना पटेल दैट everybody was talking about, which was shocking. And like how beautiful her outfit was, like very basic, very simple, but she was so on theme that nobody, you know, was able to stop talking about her because it was just that good. That's it. The other person, of course, people were talking about was Alia Bhatt, because she's Alia Bhatt. Facebook audience was like, they love Sabyasachi work. His sari that he stitched for her looked very exquisite. Redditors stepped into the picture again. I love Reddit. I love what people have to say on Reddit, and they, you know, they quickly pointed out कि यार ये सभ्या recycling क्यों कर रहा है, एक ही एक चीज़ recycle क्यों कर रहा है. I'm like, what are they talking about? I'm telling you, Redditors are on a whole different tangent in itself. I'm like, what are they talking about? Let me see. This is so interesting. They have time. They're putting in effort, and usually it makes it to the news, which is exactly what happened, because India Times picked up the news and they already published it on their website. तो हुआ ये कि Redditors pointed out कि Sabya keeps recycling the same design, because earlier they saw Deepika Padukone wearing the same sari in the same fabric. थोड़ा silhouette बदला हुआ होगा, वो स्वीट हार्ट नेक लाइन के बदले बड़ा नेक लाइन हो गया, ऐसा कुछ, वो डिज़ाइन थोड़ा अलग होगा, फैब्रिक सेम था, सेम. And basically she wore the sari in the same fabric and design back in 2017 at this Marathi Filmfare Award में कुछ पहना था. And then of course, you know, the news channel picked it up, and then they also, Redditors also pointed out कि they saw Katrina Kaif also wear it on a shoot with Vicky Kaushal, and this all happened before Alia Bhatt wore it, which makes no sense to me कि भाई ऐसे क्यों करोगे आप किसी के साथ. You know, you are representing India on a very big global scale, right? So ऐसा क्यों करोगे. So the reason even Alia was walking at the red carpet was because of Sabyasachi. So Sabyasachi is a pretty famous, pretty beautiful, he designs luxurious garments, self-made hair, Indian designer, and he was invited actually by the Costume Institute, hosted by Anna Wintour, and so he chose his muse to be Alia Bhatt to represent Sabyasachi for the event. The designers, when invited, needs to buy ticket or an entire table for the show, for the event, and the ticket starts around $45,000 and upwards. I'm like, oh shit, 45, they could use the same money to do so much. But then of course everything has a media impact, everything has a pretty big ROI when 45 and up USD has been invested, so he must have earned back every penny and more. मतलब हर चीज़ का ROI है, especially at such events as big as this. So that happened. Like Instagram users, literally, I was checking all the platforms, he kaun kya bol raha hai. Instagram users were pretty split in half. Like they were like calling her beautiful, ethereal, divine. Some were absolutely disappointed and bored, YouTube was like, I love her, fairy tale, fairy godmother dikh rahi hai wo. And they would agree to wearing a sari. They agree कि okay, साड़ी पहनी, बहुत अच्छा किया, like she's representing India, love Sabyasachi's work. You get more perspective on the Get Ready With Me video that she released, that was on Vogue, I believe. Me, here's my personal opinion. I genuinely felt so underwhelmed. When you are at such big scale, I don't want the artist to play it safe. I want more drama, more extravagant outfit, more understanding of the theme. I don't want a snooze fest. I don't want to see an outfit and say boring. Like, I don't want that. I don't want people to play it safe when they are at such a grand big scale, especially when suddenly I saw AI generating mock-ups being presented to the world on Instagram, and how crazy beautiful, like how flippin' crazy beautiful mock-ups they were. They could have just gone with the representation, and yet people chose boring and safe outfit. And it's just not Alia, it's everybody. Like at least अगर आप AI अगर है पिक्चर में तो आप हेल्प लो AI की, आप देखो, चूज करो, AI को पूछो कैसा क्या कौन स्टिच करके दे सकता है हमको. AI is there to help you stand out. My god, it was boring. Like even the men who attended, Liam Hemsworth, one of the Hemsworth guy was like on the committee for this Met, and his outfit was boring, so boring कि शायद maybe he looked that handsome कि okay, it was easy to let go and negligence में निकल गया कि भाई okay, क्या पहने क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, अच्छा दिखता है, सुंदर दिखता है, तो that's that, right? My god. But then again, who am I? I'm nobody. I'm just sitting here and like commenting and reacting, and that's that. But like, I wish she would have worn more extravagant outfit. Like I remember Deepika Padukone in this Giamba Tistawali pista green poof dress that was huge, and it's still in front of my face. And like, I think I even remember the look by, she even worn a sari by Sabyasachi which was black and gold ki sari hai wo, and it was just, there are like two looks that exactly come into my head when I think about her. Sabyasachi has it. Like ऐसा नहीं है कि Sabyasachi खराब कर रहा है. It's just this outfit was not working out for me. Like, people love it. I think what happened was her beauty was more overpowering than the outfit. The outfit felt very dull to me. Even though she might have been on theme, I think she looked more ethereal than her outfit. And Met is all about outfit. You need to let your outfit sing, and that did not happen. Honestly, that did not happen, at least for me. Again, what would I know? The least they can do is put on a show for us because they want attention. Attention makes them money, so they can fund the Costume Institute. So let me say this again. My point of view is not worth it? Question mark. It is worth it. My point of view is worth it because it's the mediocre people like me and you who are giving them attention by watching the videos, which is bringing them money, period. अब वो ये सब तमाशा इसीलिए कर रहे हैं ना ताकि लोग देख सके. अगर लोग देखेंगे ना, if there is no viewership, they will make no money. This Costume Institute will not happen. Nothing will happen. इतना पैसा डाल रहे हैं so that people can see, right? And if people see, if there's eyeball, if there's attention, people are making money, period. One of the artists not raved about and talked more about was Gaurav Gupta, because Mindy Kaling was wearing Gaurav Gupta, the beautiful construction, the beautiful dress, the color looked great on her. It was just an extravagant outfit. Like, Gaurav Gupta is that one super underrated. He's there, but I want him to be there. Like, I want him to be as big as Sabya. Again, I cannot compare two pretty different artists coming from completely different backgrounds and stories, and I don't want to even compare. That's just insulting to these artists. But then, like, I want more Gaurav Gupta. Like, this was like such a, like, uska hi tha ye moment. I think Gaurav could have done so much and dressed out more celebrities. But hey, आई एम nobody but my voice matters because उनको पैसा मिला है मेरा ये attention दे के. So anyways, and then there was Cannes Film Festival that happened. You know, somewhere in the Fashion Royale battle, we've forgotten ki what Cannes Film Festival is about. It's about films. It is about films. It is about films. It is not about fashion show. It is not about selling your outfit. It is not about who you're wearing, what you're wearing, or what kind of carpet you're walking on. It is not about that. It is about films and marketing the films, and that's that. I just learned कि creators, these Indian creators who walk like Masoom हो गया, या Masoom तो I think she was being press represented थी वो, या she had an industry backing. She wasn't, I think, represented by Brute, or she did not get. Okay, so I'll tell you. Creators actually paid around 25 to 30 lakh to gain a ticket. Yeah, they bought the ticket to attend the show. I cannot believe it, how much my life would change, would have an impact if I had that kind of money on hand. Like, then I wonder how much do these creators are actually making, because 12 years of creating content, I have earned 6,000 rupees post tax deduction from YouTube, and that's it. सो क्लियरली मेरे को समझ नहीं रहा है, या मैं बहुत गलत कर रही हूँ, या मेरे को कुछ आ नहीं रहा है कि भाई मैं कुछ गलत कर रही हूँ कि मेरे को मिल नहीं रहा है पैसा. बिकॉज हर एक वीडियो वो लोग बना रहे हैं, तो उनको अराउंड 1 million and plus व्यूज़ मिल ही रहे हैं एट दिस पॉइंट. सो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल क्रिएटर्स लाइक मासूम, ऐश्वर्या, देयर वाज निहारिका, देयर वाज राज गेलानी, नैन्सी ताइगी, सब लोगों ने ऑलमोस्ट एवरीबडी ईदर हैव पेड मनी to be there, or maybe are being represented by Universal Studio Movies. Yeah, they come as press, interviewing people and stuff like that. So either a company is sponsoring them, or they've actually bought the tickets. मुझे ऐसा लगता है majority have actually bought the tickets from Brute. So Brute India is in collaboration with Monk Entertainment, so a lot of creators are actually represented by Monk Entertainment, and Brute is a partner at the Cannes Film Festival, so they have direct access and they get to send a lot of creators from India. And if you are represented by Monk, they buy you ticket, and that's that. I guess I don't know how the internal logistics work out, but I'm sure. We saw Nancy Tyagi, we saw her beautiful outfits. But again, Cannes Film Festival is not about outfit. It is not about who you're wearing, what you're wearing. It is about films at the end of the day, and how much attention and marketing can you bring to the film, so that people can go and watch the film happen. मुझे ऐसा लगता है ठीक है, उन्होंने 20 से 25 लाख डाले हो गए एक टिकट या रेड कार्पेट पे वॉक करने के लिए, बट दे मेड दोस मनी बैक. इतने सारे ब्रांड कोलैबोरेशन हुए हैं कि दे मेड द मनी बैक एंड प्रॉब्ली डबल और ट्रिपल इट. मतलब उनका ROI वॉज प्रॉब्ली फार मोर देन द 25 लाख दैट दे इन्वेस्टेड इन, जो मेरे को अभी समझा. लाइक 2 minutes ago, I just sat down and I was like, what is the ROI? But then, yeah, I remembered that Nancy collaborated with multiple people, I guess, big brands, and she was paid to market, and yeah, she made shit ton of money. And so that's where I remembered, oh shit, like, yeah, she must have invested 25 lakh on tickets, but she made probably over crores of rupees making these videos and getting so much attention and press. It was just worth it. Crazy. Like, it's just, again, the parity is unreal. वो पैरासाइट पिक्चर देखिए कि रिच इतने रिच है और पुअर इतने पुअर है कि वो डिफरेंस ही नहीं है. मतलब इतना ज़मीन आसमान का डिफरेंस है कि बीच वाले कोई बचे ही नहीं है, इतना ज़्यादा. एनीवेज, अब हम बात करेंगे पिक्चरों के बारे में, बिकॉज मैंने पिक्चरें देखी है. पहले तो एक टीवी शो जो बहुत न्यूज़ में, संजय लीला बंसाली का हीरा मंडी, एवरीबडी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट इट. आई मेड एन एंटायर एपिसोड. द ऑप्यूलेंस, द वर्क, द सेट, द मेकअप, द गेटअप, एवरीथिंग. द एक्टिंग, बैड स्टोरी थी नहीं. सो have I watched it? Have I put my time and energy into watching that 10-hour wala Netflix series. No, I don't have Netflix. And again, my Netflix actually subscription I was stealing from my sister, and Netflix found out, and now I can't. Like, we were screen sharing so many people, and like Netflix found out, and like I got shut down. So what I do have is Hotstar and Amazon Prime Videos, and fair enough, there are lot of shows on them, and YouTube TVF is coming out with great shows as well on YouTube for free. So I'm like, ठीक है, ad देख लेंगे, पर ठीक है, चल जाएगा, कट जाता है. And that show happened. And also Shrikant, for some reason, Rajkumar Rao ki film hai ye, blind boy suing the Indian education system because he wasn't allowed to study science. So apparently, if you are blind, you're not able to study science. You're only allowed to get educated in the field of arts and commerce and something like that. एक हाथ दो field उसने बताई थी. So he was very angry, Shrikant, and based on true life, real life story. I thought for a hot minute, I got confused between Rajkumar Rao being in 12th fail, and then I realized, oh shit, like I'm confusing between two people, Vikrant Massey and Rajkumar Rao. But like the movie is almost about to break even. Everybody thought एक तो वो छोटा स्टार, छोटा नहीं है, अच्छे उसने रोल्स किए हैं, बट आफ्टर अ लॉट ऑफ बम्पी फिल्म्स, आई थिंक दिस वाज अ गुड फिल्म. Check it out if you have time. If you want to check out a film, check this one out, Shrikant. And then there was also Bridgerton. Can we just talk for a minute about Bridgerton? Part 1 release हुआ है. So Bridgerton season 3, Nicola का Corlin, and Nicola तो उसका real name है, but Lady Featherington, yeah. Oh my god, we're just getting started with the season 3 part 1, and oh my god, like I'm a fan of Bridgerton. I love the opulence again. I love all the characters, everybody. There's so many incredible shows to talk about. Like, just check out Bridgerton if you have not already. I don't know where to start. We just saw part 1 of season 2. I'm waiting for part 2 of season 2 needs 3 third season पे है अपन. And lastly, मैंने एक picture देखी है that I cannot stop raving about, and the movie is actually not being released in India. Sadly, we waited and it's just not happening. I saw Monkey Man by Dev Patel. He directed it, he wrote it, he scriptwritten it, he acted in it, and just a beautiful cinematography. I highly recommend. अगर आपके थिएटर में ये टीवी बोल रही हूँ, ये मूवी है, प्लीज़ गो चेक आउट मंकी मैन. इट इज़ beautiful. I highly recommend it. Check that one out. And what else? Oh yeah, okay, I've been wanting to talk about getting a haircut done. So as I turned 31 in April, every year I decide to get a haircut done by different artists. So last year I went to Bandra, एक अच्छा कोई artist ढूंढा मैंने, and he ended up giving me a really nice haircut, like 3000 में हो गया था. He gave me like nice layers. This time around I reached out to him. It just did not feel right to me, but I still reached out. He cancelled on me last minute, and then I reached out to another artist, and this girl, whatever, this woman who cuts Deepika Padukone's hair, I sat in the chair, she cut my hair, and there was so much learning that was happening during the process. So basically I ended up paying her 6,000, which was a lot. She colors people's hair and she charges 45,000 for the hair, and I had to take a step back. And when she said 45,000, मेरा मुंह खुल गया. Like I had somebody come and tell me, मुंह तो बंद कर लो uncle, like क्यों? And then then I understood why. Like, she's been working in the industry for over 4 decades. She's 65 and she does not look a day over 45, honestly. Like, she looks that young, but she maintained really well, and she worked with people like Oprah and Deepika Padukone, and makes sense कि उसका इतना charge है, and her products were expensive, and she was okay, she was nice. Okay, so one of the most bizarre things was, she said, come sit, I'll cut your hair. And she cut my hair, that's it. She did not wash it before cutting my hair. She was like, nee, just come, sit, I'll cut it. She cut my hair, and then she said, okay, take her to the wash. And then after cutting the hair, she washed my hair, which I found shocking. I didn't ask her why. So she went on complimenting me. One of the biggest green flags in my book when it comes to a hair artist is when a hair artist compliments my hair, because I do not put any heat in my hair at all. Blow drying nahi, hair straightening nahi, hair curling nahi, kuch bhi nahi. I tend to avoid all of that. I have really great hair. Knock on the wood if you can hear. Yeah. She also said ki never get balayage done in your hair, never bleach your hair. Balayage needs people use a lot of bleach when they do balayage, and that will just ruin your hair. She also colors hair over already colored hair. She does not bleach your hair, which is almost so fascinating and interesting. When I came across it and she told me, I never bleach hair, I never do keratin treatment, it is so bad for your hair. And then there were of course other clients, other people in the room. Like both of these women were coming from pretty filthy rich families based in Delhi, and they were like, they both loved their work, and they both of these two different girls, एक lady थी और एक लड़की थी, and so they were like, we've heard so much, and so I've just flown down from Delhi to Mumbai to come to you, and ऐसा कुछ तो भी. And then so when you sit down for a consult, she looks at your hair and she tells you कि क्या and क्या है. So there was this woman who was sitting right across from me, and then the hair artist, Clara Bell है उसका नाम, Clara Bell. She sat down and she looked at her hair and she said, hey, did you get Botox done? The hairstylist said that, and then I simply looked at her, कि भाई Botox? Firstly, the only Botox I knew was for the face and for the body, and so I started questioning, why is this hairstylist commenting on somebody's decision to get fillers and Botox done on their body? She is from the industry, so why is she saying that? What I did not understand was she was talking about hair Botox. So apparently there is another treatment for hair, like keratin treatment hota hai, bonding treatment वगैरह होता है. There is a treatment called Botox, and here I was, learning something new. It's a new day. And so this South Delhi client had such fine hair, and by the time she got a blowout done by her, I was shocked कि भाई इतना वॉल्यूम कैसे डाला तूने, इसके बाल तो है ही नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं है, इतने पतले इतने फाइन बाल है, वॉल्यूम कहाँ से आ गया इसके बालों में. That's the magic of having a great hairstylist. Just have a good hairstylist. You'll have a great day if you have good hair. Also, in the month of April, I ended up going back home so that I could go vote. Mumbaikars just voted in May, but I don't live in Mumbai. Everything is registered to my hometown, so we ended up going. The 12-hour train, I was dreading it. Like, I know the 12-hour train मेरे से होता नहीं है, मेरे को जमता नहीं है, और जो टिकट मिलता है लास्ट मिनट जो टिकट निकालते हैं ना, उनको साइड अपर बर्थ ही मिलता है. For the two of you who have not traveled in the Indian Railway, the side upper berths are very, very small, and it's almost, if you are not a thin person, if you're not, in fact, I am not even body shaming anyone, it's just that seats are so small that you cannot change, you cannot sleep on one side or the other, and you cannot turn or fold over. You just have to lie down in straight position, and that's that. Like, you can't turn over if you are fat, period. The side upper berths are the worst. Side berths are just bad because of the space of how cramped it is. Okay, so I end up going there, and every time I end up going back home, there is new piece of information that I learn about my family, and I really appreciate it. Like, with every mistake you understand what you as a human can do better, what your ancestors have done. Like, I've learned, one of my aunt has lupus. The only reason I know what lupus is because of Selena Gomez, and she has it. I started googling if it is genetics or if it's environment factor and everything. The other aunt had a minor heart attack, so that is something that I might or might not suffer from, and so it's always good to take care of your mind, body, spirit. Then also we have a lot of mental health issues from my dad's side that run in my family, which I'm grateful that I'm aware of it, because at the end of the day, I appreciate this conversation, and the more you know, the better you can take care of yourself and get going. कि भाई, okay, आपको अगर पता है तो आप पहले से ही प्रिकॉशन लोगे, प्रिकॉशन इज़ बेटर देन क्योर ना, तो पहले से ही प्रिकॉशन लोगे कि आपके हेरिडिटरी एंसेस्ट्री में इतना प्रॉब्लम है, तो आप पहले से ही प्रिकॉशन लो, राइट? वही ना, शुगर भी हो गया, ब्लड प्रेशर भी हो गया, वो तो आपको पता है ना, यू हैव टू टेक सो मच प्रिकॉशन, यू हैव टू वर्क आउट, यू हैव टू स्टे काम, यू हैव टू गेट गोइंग. So as I turned 31, I wanted to thank me for believing in me, for not giving up on me, for getting up, especially on those days where I couldn't see humanity in the world. I'm still deciding to keep moving forward, one leg at a time, despite knowing all the stupidity that is happening. I appreciate the strong self-sustaining body, the organs that take care of me day in and day out. You can't take even a single organ of your body for granted. Like, imagine, इट इज़ योर गॉड डैम बॉडी. एक भी अगर ऑर्गन या पार्ट फेल हो गया तो आप कोलैप्स हो जाओगे. हैव यू टेकन अ मिनट टू थैंक योर बॉडी फॉर टेकिंग सच गुड केयर ऑफ यू? सिर्फ एक मिनट टू जस्ट अप्रिशिएट, टू ग्राउंड योर सेल्फ टू द रियलिटी ऑफ द सिचुएशन, हाउ better or good of a situation you are in, and how safe you are. And lastly also, I wanted to thank my big beautiful brain that I can imagine so much, a whole worldly, a lot of scenarios, and make up so many decisions, and helps me take decision every single day. कुछ हम 40 से 50,000 डिसीजन लेते हैं दिन के. इमेजिन, इतना फास्ट, ब्लिंक करे ना करे, सोचे ना सोचे, ये देखे वो देखे, एवरी स्मॉल डिसीजन, इतना सारा डिसीजन. टू मेक अ डिसीजन इज़ अ डिसीजन लेना कि नहीं, सो जस्ट give yourself a thank you कि भाई we are in a far better scenario than the world is in right now, and you cannot take anything for granted. So give your heart, give your body, give your brain some spirit, your spirit some much needed credit today. And get your blood tested. If there's one thing you can do, get your blood tested, get yourself tested for everything. Full blood प्रोफाइल डन, कोलेस्ट्रॉल, थायराइड, D3, B12, ऑल द वाइटामिन्स है नहीं है, कैल्शियम है नहीं है, बोन डेंसिटी कम होते जाता है एज वी आर ग्रोइंग ओल्डर एंड ओल्डर. सो ये एक चीज़ करो आप, जस्ट फॉर मी एज अ रिटर्न गिफ्ट और एज अ बर्थडे गिफ्ट टू मी, ये एक चीज़ करो आप. या दैट्स इट फॉर राइट नाउ. आई विल टॉक टू यू नेक्स्ट वीक 11 AM on Sunday. Until then, this is Aditi. You're listening to Kaipan Aditi. Bye.